And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. No more training camp, no more exhibitions. The 2018 NFL season on EA Sports is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. It's a welcome back to health for last year's #1 pick. This is Dalvin Cook. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Cousins now on second down. And Rudolph has it left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Cousins to his tight end Rudolph for a Viking first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Cook. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I remember the first time I saw Dalvin Cook play in college. I was watching him on TV, called a scouting friend of mine and said, "Who is this guy? He's special." And he said, "Dude, you're watching a home run hitter on the field."
Yeah, he was special in Tallahassee. Left Florida State their all-time leader in rushing yards and touchdowns. Throwing, Cousins over the middle here to Rudolph. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. Cook stripped, the ball's out, and now this is scooped up by the 49ers. They get the football, they'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Cousins now after the fumble recovery. Left side caught by Diggs. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
Cousins. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
First red zone chance now for the Vikings. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. They pitch it out to Cook. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guy's in the cornerback position.
Second down, Cousins. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. A first carry now for the former Viking. This is Jerick McKinnon. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. The Vikings after it, and they get there for the sack. Everson Griffin in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Now McKinnon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd down.
It seemed like the situation was 2nd and a mile to go for a 1st down, which screams what? Throw the football. You got to pass in order to try and pick up that kind of yardage. But in this case, they ran a tendency breaker because the tendency is for defenses to be out there and be set up for a pass. So you break tendency and actually run the football. That changes everything because if you're able to find a crease, you often have bigger guys working against smaller guys downfield. They picked up excellent yardage there to bring up a 3rd down.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Garoppolo. And Selleck here, left side. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
21.
They run it with McKinnon. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Got his target, Pierre Garçon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the 1st.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. From left side, caught by Goodwin. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Came up a little short on the last pass play. They did get 9 yards out of it, leaving him with his 3rd and 1. shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Steps away to his... And he coughed it up! And the offense is able to pounce on it inside the 5-yard line.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. They get it to him running left. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Gold now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Vikings heading out, and we'll have to see what the Falcons do this year, but we do know that the Vikings will not be the first team to play the Super Bowl in their home stadium because they had that shot last year, Charles. Came up short in the NFC title game, but this is a club that has retooled to make another run.
Still built defense first, in the image of their head coach, Mike Zimmer. And they have all-stars at every level. Start with Linval Joseph at defensive tackle. Move back to Anthony Barr at linebacker. Xavier Rhodes at cornerback. Harrison Smith at safety. They can do it all on defense. But the signing of Kirk Cousins on offense at quarterback signals that this is a Vikings team that wants to open things up a little bit. Get a little bit more explosive and not have to play quite as many grinded-out games as they did in 2017.
Now, the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. That's caught by Geronimo Allison. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Hey, we're good.
First down, here's Cousins. Able to complete this one to Tyler Conklin. And taking it across midfield. And just shy of the 40. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Cousins going deep for Diggs. It's caught at the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
2 minutes to play here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A great effort there. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And his kick is good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers heading out, and if you listen real closely, you can hear it. The buzz right now that is around this 49er team. And look, they finished last year strong. Big reason why, Jimmy Garoppolo. So a lot of hope coming into 2018.
And I think you nailed everything that you're really talking about with this team, starting with Jimmy Garoppolo. But I think underneath it, I go back to the start of last season. Brand new head coach in Kyle Shanahan, brand new general manager, and a brand new direction. And they stayed the course despite starting the season with a long losing streak. Many people wondered if they would win a game, but they didn't panic, didn't rush out and get a lot of veterans for short-term help. Just said, this is our team. This is our structure. Let's go for it. And they kept doing that.
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Throw right side taken in by Pettis. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Following the interception, Cousins. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. DeForest Buckner able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he's able to find Diggs. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Cousins now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it first and 10.
Zebra. The high. 180.
Now Cousins. And he's wrapped up. Taken down. Back at the 25. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. From the gun, here's Cousins. For Kirk Cousins, it's his first touchdown pass as a Minnesota Viking, as his guys have now moved out in front. So they're able to break the tie just before halftime. Now they just don't want anything crazy to happen on the ensuing kickoff.
Yeah, they want to just add the extra point, get the kickoff taken care of, and get to the locker room with the lead that they fought so hard to get.
Bailey got the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. This offense trots back out there now, and as they do, Charles, one thing to point out that we saw a second ago are some of the new rules in the NFL this year regarding kickoffs.
Yeah, nowadays, the kickoff team, no more running starts. Remember that when you got to circle a guy around, and here he goes? No more. You have to start, close to the ball. And when it's kicked, then you get to take off and go, so you can't build up your speed that way. Also, when you're returning it, remember those wedges that we used to say where guys would form together, 2 or 3 guys? No more of those. So it'd be a lot more man-on-man, one-on-one blocking. And also they have rules about where people have to be when the ball's kicked, where they have to be when the ball's caught. So to me, it's much more like a punt return than it is an actual kickoff return. So I'm eager to see if teams now take their punt returners, those nifty guys who make people miss in the open field, and make them the kickoff returners as well, because I think you can still get big plays in this area if you have the right people back there.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Breida, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Well, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. And this is going to be incomplete. The former Pro Bowl linebacker Anthony Barr there to jar it free. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, it didn't look his way at all in the first half. And I'll bet you the offense coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he Be a big-time playmaker for us.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
180! 180! Wait. 2!
They're going to run. It's McKinnon. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 30. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Here again is McKinnon. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. They get the penalty yardage back plus a yard. 6-yard gain, and it's 2nd and 9. Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. And that is incomplete here. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football. 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple. And that's exactly why they trail.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Airing it deep for Garcon. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here's Bradley Pinion now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
The return of Cook, a big boost to this Viking offense. Here's 1st and 10. They run again on 1st down. Cook, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Open here, Adam Thielen. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Cousins now from the 50. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Cousins giving this Vikings offense a bit of a spark early on in his tenure in purple as his guys have it 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. Look at this split, and he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. A great play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and good by Bailey. And it's now 21-7. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Bailey now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here.